Hi there, it's John Keirstead from Arctic Spas Vancouver Island with another video, and today I wanted to talk to you guys, just a short video on longevity. You know, when you first start looking for spas, one of the questions you have to ask yourself is, so how long do I plan on owning this? And the answer to that question is pretty important, because for most people, the idea is that you want to have this as an addition to your home. So you're rebuilding your backyard and you have this vision in mind. It's sort of like a kitchen renovation. So when you're thinking long term, there's certain things that you should be looking for in the actual product that will give you an indication as to how long this thing can last. And I think the number one key to longevity, and one of the things that we always look for, like I've been in this industry a long time, and when I look at different brands of spas, one of the things I look for is how easy is it to service that spa, because when we put this in your backyard, it's not like a car. If something goes wrong with your car, you drive to the auto dealership and then they can repair it for you. In the case of a spa, you have to actually have somebody come out. So one of the considerations with longevity is there a capable repair person or persons available to fix my spa? So you want to make sure whichever dealer you're dealing with has a great service department. The second thing, though, is will the problem actually be accessible? You know, there's a lot of different ways to make hot tubs, and one of the key ways that we differ from what I call the American design is the American design of spas typically are filled completely up with foam. And if you take a look underneath the spa, you can see, wow, there's a lot of stuff going on under there. You got all these pipes and lines and stuff and components of different things and pieces of electronics and pumps and computers, all this stuff underneath there. And then a lot of that stuff gets buried. And when you bury that, you're kind of playing a game where sooner or later something is going to require some aftermarket service. And it's often not the fixing. I find actually hot tubs are pretty simple if they're open. If you can get to them and see everything, they're relatively easy to diagnose any problems. The problem isn't really the fixing. The problem lies in the finding. Sometimes this can be because you've installed it in a particular way. Like we get people, they cut a hole in a deck and just drop the spa in, and then they've never thought about, well, whoa, wait a sec, what if somebody actually has to get in here down the road? So you want to make sure you have access. And you'll notice on all the brands of spas that we carry, whether it's an Arctic Spa or a Be Well or a Maple, one of the things that we have that's very important is access from all four sides. So you can remove the doors, or you can remove the panels, and you can look in and you can see everything. So the foaming or the insulation is on the perimeter, meaning on the outside area of the spa, similar to how you insulate a home. You have your roof, your walls and stuff, your floor even, right? It's the same. And then on the actual shell of the spa, there's no foam. And that means that we have access to all of the stuff. If you foam that stuff in, and you have a problem, it's extremely difficult to locate the problem. And therein lies the problem, because eventually what happens is if you buy a spa that's designed like that, and it gets a couple of these problems that are, really, really hard to find, then the cost to repair the spa is probably going to be more than it's worth, depending on how long you've had it for. If you've had that spa for 5, 6, maybe 10 years, it's going to cost $3,000 to $5,000 just to find what needs to be fixed. And so what triggered this whole conversation for me was each week my team goes and picks up old spas and replaces them with this. And that's great. They're getting a nice spa that has good access to it and stuff. And I know that will never end up in the landfill. But part of me thinks the one that I'm taking to the landfill, that design is designed to end up in a landfill. And I think that that's something that you should think about, because the reason was because of the design. Because the design buried everything, the day came when it cost more to fix it than it was worth. And so the number one thing that you need to determine whether or not this thing's going to last is, are you able to actually access it and fix it if anything should go wrong? And that's really what you should be looking for if you're looking for a spa that's going to last as long as your house. I'm John Keirstead from Arctic Spas Vancouver Island. Thank you for watching this video.